Hello and welcome once again, students, to your science classes of grade 5. In this topic, we are again going to discuss about food and health part 3. In our previous videos, I have already told you about in part 1, we have studied about the importance of food, the important uh, nutrients which are present in the food, that is carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, roughage, about balanced diet, that a balanced diet is a diet in which all the required nutrients they are present in a right and adequate amount, and it is very much essential for our well-being, for normal functioning of our body. And certain healthy habits which you should follow, like little bit of exercise you should do, like running, jogging, skipping, okay, yoga, and you should take balanced diet. And by doing exercises, it tones up our muscles, keep it fit, active, and strong. Proper amount of rest in the form of sleep also needed. It is also needed. You should take 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. And one thing was posture. Posture is the position in which we hold our body when we sit, stand, or move. So we must keep our back straight while sitting or standing. We should maintain a correct posture. We should never bend while sitting or standing. We should always sit or stand straight. Okay. Then in the second part of the video, we have discussed about diseases. Sorry, kids. A disease is an abnormal condition in which our body does not function properly. Yes. What is a disease? Disease is something which is not normal. Okay. It is the abnormal condition of our body. When we don't feel active, energetic, we feel low, there is less energy in our body, and in one or the other body system, something is wrong. Something is not normal. Okay. And how the diseases happen? It can occur due to the deficiency of any nutrient in our diet or due to germs also. So on this basis, there are two categories of diseases. One is non-communicable and one is communicable. So yesterday, in part 2 of the video, we have already discussed about non-communicable diseases in detail. These are also called deficiency diseases because they occur due to the deficiency, due to the shortage, due to the lack of any particular nutrients. It may be one nutrient or more than one or two nutrients in your body. Okay, that's why they are also known as deficiency diseases. Some of the pictures also you have seen of some of the deficiency diseases, that was a scurvy related to gums and teeth, rickets in which the legs they become bow shaped, they are not straight, they are not strong, bones become weak and fragile. And one was of goiter, it occurs due to the deficiency of the mineral iodine, okay, in which there is swelling of a gland in the neck region. Okay, so these were this chart also we have discussed. I have told you in detail that this tabular information about the deficiency diseases, about the name of the deficiency diseases, what are their causes, due to the deficiency of which particular vitamin these diseases are caused, what are their symptoms. Symptoms means what are the signs which will happen, which will occur in our body, so that we could come to know that yes, we are suffering from this particular disease. And what are the foods rich in the vitamin and mineral, what are the food items for that particular vitamin which we should eat so that this particular disease doesn't happen to us. Okay, now moving on to the third part of this chapter, that is about communicable diseases, which I am going to tell you today. Yes, the diseases that can spread from one person to another, they are called communicable diseases. As we can communicate from each other, na, so from that only the senses we can derive. In case of non-communicable or deficiency disease, that was confined to any particular person. If anemia, if For example, if anemia happens to any single person, so that will remain confined to that particular person only. It cannot spread. That person cannot spread anemia from his body to any other body, from himself to any other person. Okay, so these diseases were called deficiency or non-communicable diseases. But in case of communicable diseases, what is the thing, that these kind of diseases, they can spread from one person to another person. And in the present scenario, you can very well understand this communicable disease, that this present COVID-19 infection, this coronavirus infection, which is prevailing nowadays everywhere almost, it is a kind of communicable diseases. That's why government has issued such notices that people should adopt social distancing, they should not meet each other, they should maintain proper health and hygiene, they should increase up their immunity, they should remain in their houses only, they should not go out unnecessarily. Okay, because this coronavirus, this is a communicable type of diseases. It can spread from one person. If one person get infected with this disease, then there are 99% chances that that person can spread that disease to other healthy persons also. Other healthy persons may also get infected from that person. And if those healthy persons will become infected, then they can spread that disease to some other person, some other healthy persons. So it is a kind of communicable disease in which the disease can spread from one person to another person. Okay. Now, communicable diseases are caused by germs. Yes, these communicable diseases, they are mostly caused by germs. Germs are, germs are, in which Hindi language you simply call kitanu. Germs are small organisms, very tiny organisms. In science, we call them microorganisms, which are present almost everywhere. Okay, but the fact is that these germs become activate in certain kind of environmental or weather conditions. When they get favorable or suitable weather conditions for their activation, they becomes active and they start infecting persons, healthy persons. So these communicable diseases, they are caused by germs, but in case of non-communicable diseases or deficiency diseases, we have seen that they are caused due to shortage of particular vitamins or minerals or nutrients in our body. Okay, but here we can see communicable diseases, they are caused by germs. Okay, germs are the causing agents. Some of the communicable diseases caused by, now these are the name of the germs. Okay, 4 germs are given over here. Actually these are microorganisms which we call germs. So these are bacteria. The spellings and pronunciation both are very important, so please listen carefully. Bacteria, virus, protozoa and fungi are listed below. The present disease that you all know must be knowing that it is a viral disease. The disease caused by viruses are also known as viral disease. Similarly, the disease caused by bacteria, they can also be called as bacterial disease. Similarly, the disease caused by fungi, they can also be called as fungal diseases. And the disease caused by protozoa, it is only known as protozoal disease. Okay, so these are certain abbreviations which in common form people use. So as I have already told you that the present COVID-19 infection, it is being caused by a certain kind of a particular and dangerous type of virus. Okay, so present disease is a virus disease, and viral diseases are very much dangerous and harmful. Okay, so now we will see with the diagrams that what kind of disease these particular germs may cause in our body. So as you can see here, once again a table is being drawn over here, and their germs, the name of the germs along with their picture, it is depicted, and what are the diseases caused by these particular germs, that is also being written over here. Okay, so this table is of communicable diseases. It is very important. Okay, you also need to draw these diagrams, these tabular diagrams, along with the whatever is labeling, whatever is written over here. Along with it, you have to draw. So whatever tabular informations, like in the previous video I have taught you about the deficiency disease chart, this tabular form. So you have to draw this in your notebook. And today we are going to study about communicable diseases in this tabular form, and what are the symptoms and preventive measures of these communicable disease. So these both tables also you have to draw. That is your homework. So follow the video properly, pause the video and try to draw the diagrams properly, neatly and cleanly. Use sharp pencil to draw, and do coloring only with crayon colors or pencil colors, as I have already told you in my previous videos also. I have already given you instructions regarding that. So yes, now first germs, that is the bacteria. So these are the shape of bacteria which scientists must have discovered using microscope and some research technologies, that yes, bacterias, we cannot see these germs through our naked eyes, through our open eyes. We cannot see these germs. And actually these germs, as I have already told you, these microorganisms, they are present everywhere, in the air, in the soil, in the water, and almost everywhere in and around us. But only fact is that when they get any suitable host or suitable environmental or climatic condition, then only they become active and they may attack our body. Okay, so bacteria, they something look like this. And what are the diseases caused by bacteria? The disease is plague. Sorry, it is plague. As you have all must have listened that right, rats, yes, plague, the carrier of plague is the animal that is called rat. Okay, some dangerous type of bacteria must be present in these rats, their mouth or their droppings, through which they can spread plague. Tuberculosis, short form may we call it TB. That is also a disease related to cough, in which there is very much coughing, okay, throat infection types. Then typhoid, then pneumonia and cholera. Most of these diseases, they are caused, in most of the cases, these diseases may be caused through dirty water or unhygienic conditions. Okay, so all these diseases, they occur in those areas where proper neatness and cleanliness or hygiene is not maintained, where people are not taking proper hygienic and clean food, or not drinking proper clean safe water. They are drinking just whatever water is available to them. They are not doing its proper cleaning, proper boiling of the water. So in those areas, in those people, these diseases are very much common. Chances are that those people can suffer from these kind of diseases. Okay, so once again I'll tell you that this is the diagram of bacteria. Bacteria looks like this. It is something beads shape. Okay, rod shaped bacterias, small circle we can see, which is joined together. So it is in the beads form. And the diseases caused are plague, tuberculosis, typhoid, pneumonia and cholera. Okay, let's move on to the second, that is virus. Viruses look like this. Okay, very dangerous. As you can see, there's a circle and some outer growth of these viruses, as you can see. So these viruses look like this, and they can cause diseases like common cold, polio, measles, chickenpox, flu and AIDS. The full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is, this particular disease is actually related to our immune system, which weakens our immune system. If this disease happens, then in that person, if this disease happens in any particular person, then in that person the immune system is totally ruptured. He can get infection very easily, and one by one all the infections will happen in that body, and that can causes death also. So it is a very life threatening disease. Okay, about measles and chickenpox, I think vaccines are available. Okay, um, and common cold, polio, okay, flu, these are all respiratory breathing related diseases. and these are very much communicable disease. That's why you must have noticed if someone catches common cold or flu in anybody's home, then besides that person, rest of the persons also get common cold. They also start sneezing and running nose happens with them. Why? Because viral diseases, they are very much fast spreading from one person to another. They can spread very fastly from one diseased person to a healthy person. Okay, so that's why in present scenario the government has imposed so much restrictions that we should follow social distancing and all that, because this is also COVID-19 is also a viral infection, virus related disease, virus caused disease. And only precaution which we can take is that we should keep distance from others. We should not go out and meet people. Okay, we should follow the norms, we should follow social distancing in present scenario. Okay, moving on to the next picture, that is of protozoa. What are the diseases caused by this protozoa? This protozoa, you can see the disease, all these black and pink waves like a structure. This is the structure of this protozoa. Okay, the disease caused is malaria. Yes, when there is a very high fever, shivering, weakness in our body, kala azar, and amoebic dysentery. Amoebic dysentery, when there is loose motion, when you are suffering from loose motions, vomiting, okay, weakness in your body, and all that. So these are the diseases caused by protozoa. Then there is fungi. What are the diseases caused by fungi? This is the structure, microscopic structure of fungi. Fungi looks like this. Okay, infections of skin and athlete's foot. Infections of skin like skin rashes or some itching or redness over your skin. This kind of disease happens due to fungi. And athlete's foot is a disease in which the foot of a person, the legs of a person, the foot from which you walk, that becomes very much swollen. Again, there is swelling of foot. Okay, swelling of foot of the person. So that is called athlete's foot. Okay, so these were some diseases, that is infections of skin and athlete's foot, which was caused by fungi. So these name of four germs or microorganisms, that was bacteria, virus, protozoa and fungi, and the respective diseases caused by these germs, that is bacteria, plague, tuberculosis, typhoid, pneumonia and cholera, virus, common cold, polio, measles, chickenpox, flu and AIDS, protozoa, malaria, kala azar and amoebic dysentery, and fungi, infections of skin and athlete's foot. These are important. Okay, now let's see the second table, that is about symptoms and preventive measures of communicable disease. Now yes, it is very important, we must know what are the symptoms, what will be the sign which will happen in our body, so that we could come to know about, yes, we are suffering from this particular disease. That is called symptoms. So what are the symptoms for all these particular diseases, and preventive measures? How we can prevent that also? What measures, what steps we will follow so that we could prevent these diseases from happening, or we can cure it? So let's see in this table. So first communicable disease is malaria. What are the symptoms? Fever, constant shivering. Yes, there will be fever, high temperature of your body, and constant shivering. Shivering, you understand? That is vibrations of your body. You feel cold, very, very much cold. Okay, that is called constant shivering, kapana. Okay, constant shivering. Along with fever, you will feel cold also. Your body will be shivering. What are the preventive measures? That avoid stagnant water puddles and around your house. Avoid stagnant water puddles around your house. Yes, even CM Kejriwal also have launched so much campaign, and you also generally you must have seen hoardings on the walls or on the poles that don't let water collect in your cooler, in tires, in pots, or anywhere in and around your house, in your locality, in your society. Because malaria, it is caused by uh, mosquito, Aedes mosquito, okay, that causes malaria. And mosquitoes breed in the stagnant, in the collected water. If water will collect anywhere for a few days, then these mosquitoes will start breeding over there, start producing over there. So preventive measure is that we should not let the water collect anywhere. It should not be collected somewhere in any of the container, in any of the place. Okay, so that's one preventive measures which we should follow, that we should avoid stagnant water puddles around our house. So it was about malaria. You have to draw this table in your notebook. So please see it properly. Okay. Moving on to the next. That was of tuberculosis. What are the symptoms? Cough, fever, chill. Fever, chill. Weakness, weight loss. There will be coughing, there will be fever chill. Fever chill means, yes, again with shivering, you will be suffering from fever. Okay, there will be weakness in your body. Whenever we suffer from any disease, there is weakness in our body. We do not feel very healthy. Okay, there is weakness in our body because it affects our normal body functioning. Weight loss is also there. You will start losing your weight also if you suffer from tuberculosis. And what is the preventive measures? That is vaccination. Vaccination, BCG vaccine. Whenever the newborn babies are there, there is a they are given vaccinations at particular time periods, at after 3 months or 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2.5 year. So those vaccines uh, plays a key role in preventing these kind of diseases. So I think your mamas, your parents must also have had given you these kind of vaccines when you were smaller babies. Okay, so the vaccination name is BCG vaccine, which can prevent tuberculosis. Next, conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis or pink eye. Normal sense में we call it आँख आना, and when there is swelling and redness in the eyes. So symptoms is redness of the eye, tearing, discharge of pus. Pus is the yellowish type of semi-solid thick liquid which comes out from the eyes. Okay, that is called pus. So when someone suffers from conjunctivitis, then there is redness of the eye. The eye becomes red. There is redness prevailing in the eyes. In normal terms, we can see our eyes, it is white. But when someone suffers from conjunctivitis, then there is redness of the eyes. Tearing, lots of tears will roll out from your eyes, and discharge of pus. Pus, I have already told you, it is yellowish, semi-solid substance which start coming out from the eyes if someone suffers from conjunctivitis. What are the preventive measures? Never touch your eyes with dirty hand. Never share towels and handkerchiefs. Yes, these are personal materials. So we should never share our personal towels, personal soaps, personal combs, personal handkerchiefs with any other person. These things should be personalized. Okay, if you are using your particular handkerchief, towel, then you should use it. Only you should use it. Nobody else should touch it or use it, because these things are only the carrier of these germs. These things may be the carrier of these germs. So to avoid the infection, avoid the spread of these germs, you should never touch your eyes with the dirty hand. This you all know, that with dirty hand you should never touch any of your sense organs. You should never eat food. Always you should keep your hands neat and clean. And in the present scenario also, you must have listened on the TV or radio that yes, keep on washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. Keep it clean. Don't touch your nose, eyes with your hands. So here also it is applicable. Next one we will see, that is typhoid. What are the symptoms? There will be headache, fever, upset stomach. Upset stomach means loose motions. When your stomach is not well, when frequently you have to run to the washroom, that is called upset stomach. There may be vomiting also. Okay, so these are the symptoms. There will be pain in your head, there will be fever and upset stomach. What are the preventive measures? Maintain proper sanitations. Yes, proper sanitations habit should be there. That's what I have told you. Your hands, your body parts should be cleaned enough. You should properly and frequently you should wash your hands. Okay, your washrooms and your personal uses, things like towels, soaps, combs, they should be not touched by others. Ensure safe drinking water and sanitary disposal of excreta. Excreta is the solid waste which we throw out from our body. That is also called feces. Okay, FAECES. So ensure safe drinking water. Make sure that you should drink safe drinking water. Whatever water you are drinking, that should be clean enough, safe enough to drink. Don't consume unclean water or dirty water, because it may be the root cause of so many infections in your body. Okay, healthy, along with healthy food items, clean safe drinking water is equally important. And proper sanitary hygiene should also be maintained. Okay, sanitary disposal, that is what in India it is called na stop open defecation. Somebody don't uses washroom, they haven't built washroom in their home, and they go to the fields and all that to defecate. So it should be stopped. This practice, this habit is very dangerous. It is very dirty habit. It should be stopped. There should be a proper washroom, covered washroom in your home, where you should go for the defecation or excretory process. Okay, so this was about this table, that what are the diseases, what are their symptoms, and what are their preventive measures, which we have seen. First, we have seen about malaria, their symptoms and preventive measures. And then we have seen about tuberculosis, symptoms and preventive measures. Then conjunctivitis, or it is also called pink eye, symptoms and preventive measures. Then there was typhoid, symptoms and preventive measures. So both these tables, in all, we have done 3 tables. One table was of deficiency disease, then another table was of communicable diseases, then table 3 was of symptoms and preventive measures of communicable diseases. Your task is to draw all these 3 tables properly, neatly and cleanly in your notebook, whatever notebook you are maintaining for science. Okay, with along with the chapter number and name, that is this chapter number 2, food and health, in which you have to draw this balanced diet chart, also components of a balanced diet. In previous video I have told you. And now this table of deficiency diseases, communicable diseases, symptoms and preventive measures of communicable diseases. Okay, okay. So all for this class. See you soon with the next video of this particular chapter. Okay, till then, bye, take care, and thank you for the class. Thank you.